on 2K Sports. It's the NBA, served to you weekend style. It'll be LeBron James and the Miami Heat facing off against Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you at the half.
Thanks for joining us as we bring you this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports along with Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off moments away, and State Farm presents the starting lineups. First for the Heat, Chalmers and Wade are the 1 and the 2. We've got Chris Bosh, a terrific presence on the low block, one of the best. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the power forward. And for Dallas, Kidd and Terry on. They're manning the backcourt. And the man in the middle, center Brendan Haywood. He's a big part of that presence down low. Then there's Carter. And it's Nowitzki in at the 4-man position.
Well, you could see last season with the big three that early on offensively they couldn't quite figure it out. But as the season went on, they got more and more comfortable with each other. And I thought by the end of the year, they played pretty well together.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Kidd against Chalmers. He's picked up by Kidd. Down low, up with it, out to Wade. The pass to Bosh, and it's rejected. And they get it back. Just 3 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Hits despite the tough D.
So many things that this guy can do with the ball.
And you're right, Steve, about what you said in regard to the Heat. You know, anytime you bring new guys together, there is a feeling out period. But, Clark, obviously this was an extreme case.
Yeah, I agree with both of you there. I mean, it just takes a lot of time and massaging when you have that much star power coming together for guys to figure out their roles and then accept their roles and excel in them. That's a three-pronged process.
A lot.
Yep.
A lot to deal with. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
We talked about their offensive game plan and hinted that they'll be displaying a lot of different looks in their offensive sets. He said in order to beat a team with this kind of defense, they'll have to keep things fresh and keep them guessing each time they come down the floor. Guys?
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, Clark.
Yeah, well, it's a tall task when you take on a team as sound defensively as they are, so you just have to be sharp in your execution.
Steve?
Yeah, you got to be sharp, but you also have to attack. I mean, if you're not aggressive against this team, they're going to take control of you, and all of a sudden, they'll have control of the game.
The Heat making a switch here. Anthony's checked in.
Well, you think about the great players who have played this game historically, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all of them had a go-to move at crunch time. You knew what they were going to do, and you knew they were going to be successful with it. LeBron has not found that go-to move yet.
Boy, that's a wonderful read and react play to pick that pass off. You know, guys, he's always looking for that open three. I mean, that's his strength, and sometimes the best time to get the three is in transition.
And back to what you were saying about LeBron, it might be why he's been a bit hesitant when the game is on the line.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, he doesn't have necessarily a go-to move. He's got a lot of weapons in his arsenal. But I think, again, this is overblown. The guy makes plays for himself and his teammates late in games, and he's going to be a better closer than people.
Oh, and the jam by LeBron. And now, here's the Sprite Slam Cam replay.
Boy, that dunk got everybody up off their seat.
Oh, they're loving it, aren't they, Steve?
Well, how could they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on that one.
Outside Kidd. The fadeaway. No luck, and it's the Heat taking it the other way.
You know, you go back to the finals, and I think Bosch certainly was a factor on the floor. He didn't have the best shooting percentage, but he got better as that series wore on.
Well, going back to Bosch, guys, in the finals, he was inconsistent with his shooting percentage, but he had stretches where he was really good. And remember, he hit that game-winning shot in Game 3. I thought he was overall pretty solid for the Heat last season and in the playoffs.
Straight up, Anthony with the block. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 13-5 run. And Chalmers kicks to Anthony. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Wade. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Here's Kidd.
You know, guys, Dallas kind of gets slept on in terms of playoff action because they've been so disappointing in recent years, but they worked hard all season, and hard work has its reward.
Great perspective.
Superb playmaking from Kidd with that dish right there. No reason to get fancy, just keep it simple. Like pound cake, a basic throwdown.
No need for theatrics, right?
That's right.
That's right. No 360 necessary there. Nothing fancy.
Terry dishes the Kidd. Here's Nowitzki. He gathers. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the game to go. Clark, back to Dallas. They weren't really talked about as a contender, and some even had them losing to Portland in the first round. Then, Steve, that Los Angeles upset, that sweep got everybody's attention.
Sure did. They took the first two games in L.A., then they blew out the Lakers in Game 4 to finish off the sweep. Just an incredible series, and I think that was the series that was the springboard for Dallas into the finals and past the Miami Heat. When they beat the Lakers, Dallas knew they could win the whole thing.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Well, last season, the Heat were under extraordinary scrutiny, and when Chris Bosh struggled to define his role early on, the criticism was severe. Bosh said, quote, "For some reason, people think I can't play basketball. It gives me an added sense of motivation to go out there and do well because I know people are watching, just to shut them up, just to be frank." And guys, he played a pivotal role on a Heat team that made it all the way to the NBA Finals. The critics may be a little quieter going forward.
That's right, Doris. Thanks.
Yeah, and Bosh, I think, was a natural fit on that Heat team, Kevin. A guy who can hit the offensive glass, make an open jump shot. He really played well, just fed off of the big two in a very positive way for that club.
You know, Terry turning in another good year for the Mavs last season, Kevin. Contributed about 16 points a game and shot it quite well from deep, all off the bench.
A different look for Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Bosh. Wade comes in for Mike Miller. And it's Chalmers in for Eddie House. Here's Wade. LeBron outside. Chalmers. There's the dish to Wade. Terry covering. Out to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls from the top of the key. Gets the bucket. And that's 13 points for LeBron. Going back to Terry, Steve, he was big for them in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, he sure was, Kevin. I mean, in the finals, Dirk took home the MVP trophy, and it was much deserved. But without Terry, there's no way Dallas wins. He was stellar, particularly in that closeout Game 6, where he carried his team in the finals.
And slammed down hard. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
Kidd against Chalmers. Shoots from 12. Haywood, no good.
You know, you see some of the inconsistency in regards to his shooting. I mean, that last shot, I think that's preventing him from taking his game to the next level. Inconsistency on that kind of shot.
Yeah, don't give up anything for free. I like that. Send him to the line.
Yeah, they don't want to sit back and watch you lay it in. I mean, make them earn it. Make them earn it. Don't give up anything easy.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. It's Terry outside. Dallas again missing. Here's LeBron. Here's Anthony. No good on that last second attempt there. That'll do it for the first half.